He's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Commanders have taken the lead. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Sly on for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. And the Rams getting set to go now. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half. Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Going right back to Akers. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Stafford to Higbee there. Rams 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Robinson's got it. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Throwing again is Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. He's in
Lord
the
have mercy, another goddamn pick. This has been a pick and day here, boy.
A pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Both defenses been playing, but God damn, the Commodores came out the door.
Six, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did,
here,
and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Defense came to play on both sides, boy. Not on just one side. Yeah, that nigga mad. He's mad, man.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Stafford here, coming off his pick 6. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Stafford. Got a man. It's Higbee complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, is starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it.
At least they went out with 3, though.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
I don't know what's going on, but it won't let me save no more media though, man. Something going on in the butt. Yeah. But anyway, this is the second half, y'all, man. We're going to see what's going to happen this time because the first half been crazy.
So far, we'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And, Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him, but you know the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make, and that way you try and get his confidence back up.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At the 20. Stafford. Incomplete.
I ain't even see that play, but they looked at messed up. How the ball got way back up.
By dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down.
Now Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
To the air again, Stafford.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. On the move to his left.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive.
This boy got in there.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
That boy moved, boy. Spin.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Throwing now is Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
They'll run a draw now with Akers.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
On 1st and 10, Stafford.
A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And Brandon, from our
It's been a
time in
tough game,
college
though.
football,
No.
where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Stafford now to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
47 yards on the ground for him so far.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Wentz now on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I'll tell you that, man.
Here's McKissick. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Tressway now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their own 43.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And a couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
To throw is Stafford.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Stafford on third down.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Throwing is Stafford.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
This 2023.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I have one of these every day.
When we talk about defenders, specifically
Miles and my
linebackers,
Mills
keeping their
in the
eyes in the
game.
right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
first down. Wentz. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it second down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Wentz now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's all
He's
I'm
trying
doing.
to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it'll bring up
doing this
third
for my
down.
members and my
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the
my
timing
bars.
was a little
Yeah,
off
they're
on that
running
throw.
each other.
You know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Wentz.
He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
He's there. What's going on? Good day, my brother. What's going on with you, fam? Hope all is well on your
Rams
end.
territory now. It's first
Sunday
and 10
Madness.
at the 43.
A give to Gibson running right.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
They'll
Yes,
go again
sir,
with
man.
Gibson.
Okay,
And he works
okay.
it to the 30-yard
Get back to
line
that
here,
grind, dog.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there.
Appreciate
partner.
you,
Running
my
game
brother.
Helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went
On
three and out.
everything.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Wentz gonna throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard
Yeah,
line.
like I say, this
was a nice run
simulation
slant
game
route. What the
for the
receiver's trying to
members
do
in
is
the
make the
mob. I
defender
got
think
them
he's
on the
going
team.
upfield
Right
for
now,
a
this
deeper
wipe
route,
down team
and then
here.
breaks it off usually after
See,
about
they go
3 to
wipe
4
down right there,
steps,
number
and cuts
18.
towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A handoff for Gibson.
And a good
Man,
game
it done
here
been
of 9
wicked,
from the
though,
19
boy.
down to the 10.
This has been an up and
game
down,
been
back and forth type of a game,
great
hasn't it?
wicked.
Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the
But I'm
wind
coming.
out of their sails, kinda settle
Once I
things
get the
down a little
upgrade,
bit.
then I'm gonna be gaming up. I'm gonna bring back, man. I'm gonna play back. I'm gonna play some more Madden and shit. But right now, I'm just simulating and letting the game run.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Throwing is Wentz.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route. and that made it a lot
I'm a
tougher to get a
Dolphin
clean
fan,
throw his
so
way.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Got his target, Samuel. And he can't quite
Ain't no
get
white
there.
guy right
Tackled
there.
down at the
Nah, they ain't
1.
white guy.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Yeah, man, Miami. Hold
It'll
on.
be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching.
I don't know what's going on, but it ain't letting me keep my gameplay yet. So I get in that game. Welcome to fourth quarter, man.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Gibson will score.
Yeah,
Touchdown,
took in the lead.
Commanders. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks
I
our
hear that,
tie
man.
in the
Appreciate
fourth
you
quarter.
watching the football game with us, dog.
Those punches and counter punches.
Get that high clean. I got to do the same thing, though, brother.
Who's going to make the
For
play
real,
to
for real.
change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now?
After we let this game here get almost to the end, I'll let y'all know who the next team gonna be. The next game that gonna be probably tomorrow or later on today. I don't know which one I'm gonna do.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
I need a friend like that. For real, for real. Somebody who could just not upgrade mine, but show me how to use the sucker.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Cause mine, it got some kind of lag to it.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard.
I haven't used my damn OBS or Streamlabs in a while.
Onto the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Heck yeah, they always come in handy. A friend discount.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, his throw incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it's 3rd down and 2.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The Rams on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the
that's why I got them just running randomly. It's going to be somebody against somebody.
Washington as they come onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced
you know what I'm saying?
punt,
I just draw the names out of a bucket.
The clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And I just let it run.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Sir.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Winston's throw complete there to Thomas. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
But it been some good gameplay though, man. This game's 8. I mean, game 7 right here so
And
far.
you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
2 yards on the pickup there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. To the right side and complete to Thomas.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down. As
I don't know about this one here, boy. This one here was rough right here, boy. I don't know if the Commanders can hold on because this thing been going back and forth.
Scouted it, or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing
Most of the touchdowns were by interceptions. There was an exciting one here, though. I ain't gonna lie.
So from Rams
still
territory
going on.
now,
Still
it's
got
1st
12
and 10
minutes.
at the 45-yard line. Again, it's Wentz.
His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost.
Now, if they were mad 26, we probably could, you know. But it's 23, so I don't know. And like I said, I done had stopped watching sports. But I got to get back into it because I done figured out some, you know.
On second down,
like you say, it's a hell of a watch time.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Once more, Gibson.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Wentz.
The what?
Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz got his tight end. That's complete. It's Thomas.
Now, why he ain't stretched
Commanders are
that?
going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves
Yeah, I
all the way
don't know,
down to the
y'all.
one.
Commanders are probably already to hold on.
I think it's a
They
reminder
might
to
got it this
myself
time.
because you just can't
They've
sell
been
out to
going
stop
through
the
heck,
run. There's
boy.
still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now Wentz. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check.
Here's Wentz to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Another
Great
one.
play. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His
But I
receiver
noticed
run that
one thing.
route
They ain't had faith in
presented
all
himself. No reason to
and
wait.
White
Go
down,
ahead and
though.
put it on him and score a touchdown.
I don't think White down got now touchdown. He done touched the ball.
Sly on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
They just got wiped down on the team as a starter. He ain't been touching that ball by nothing.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. LA set to take over again on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay.
Yeah, it
with
ain't the
I have a
quarterback,
feeling
man,
this
though.
Offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
Yeah, he a wide receiver, number 18.
Anymore himself.
I don't know how many times he touched the ball, but I don't think it was much.
And give his leg a rest.
On 1st down, Stafford here. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Yeah, he number 18.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Intended target was Cam Akers, and it's 3rd and 4.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Stafford. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd
Nah, he ain't
down.
on the Rams. He on the
Two-score
Washington.
game, obviously, every play,
He on the
every
Commanders
3rd
team.
down, like we saw there.
He on the Commanders.
Magnified, big pickup.
Yeah,
It was a huge
he on
pickup.
Commanders.
What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Stafford looks to throw again.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty.
Everybody won here. They don't pick their own team.
When you've thrown as many interceptions
that's the
as
team
he
they
has in
own.
this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Stafford's pass complete. He's got Kupp.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They'll run for it with Akers.
Got
And
stuff.
nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now, really hoping for a
That's
turnover.
number 18 right there in the huddle. Let's see if they let them get the ball now.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Woo, that boy that got
Past
through
the
there.
35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with McKissick.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
Oh, that
2nd
boy,
and
but the
6.
clock's still moving.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 22.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A carry now for McKissick. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Able to stay
burn
the
heck out that clock, boy.
This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and it's
it's
maybe
big.
the turning point they need.
Right down on the tackle.
With a pick. And the Rams are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
no doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
They give an interception back. It's just over with.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 11. After the interception, here's Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Oh, he got back.
And down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Oh, this ain't looking like it's going the way they needed to go.
Wrecks that play with a sack.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
That look like a fumble, though. There been a lot of those looking like fumbles, though.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory.
Look at they always blame the black
good
man.
situation, it didn't matter.
Man, it's
so they've
your
been
fault.
preparing for that
It's
on their
your
play sheet
fault.
the entire time.
I know dang well he ain't going for it.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th
Oh, he
down.
got it.
And he is
Lord
going to
have
have the
mercy.
Rams first down, and it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled
Boy,
to go
still
for
got
it.
fight in him.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Damn. It worked out for them a little bit. They still lost, though.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense.
They know not to
right?
use no time out right now. Oh, they use it. I was just going to say. They're going to let the time just continue running. They ain't got nothing else to win. They can't win. So they might as well let the time keep running. But they called that time out.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
At least they still fighting, even though they know it's over with. Oh, he slid it right out of his hand.
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play
Y'all clapping hands for it. Y'all ain't
the
doing that.
defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make
Already
something happen once
appreciate
he
you
has the
coming
ball in his
through.
hands.
Appreciate
They'll
it.
get to
He's
the line.
dead in the
Remember, it's
building.
also 3rd down. Now Stafford. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be alive for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board, and of course the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
On first down at Stafford.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Just about every
Might
quarterback
as well go to use the last time out. Not all for the sake. Go to use it. You already been using times
and in
out.
this case,
For
that's
no
exactly
reason.
what
Might
he
as well
did.
use
Found
the
his
last
running
one because you
back,
got
let
it.
him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
We need to go ahead and nail the ball and call it a day. Because it's been a long, long game. I swear.
From the 22, Stafford, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition working the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
One thing about it, that money be so good, they can't just know when they lost,
After
they
the
lost.
incompletion,
Forget
here
about
now,
it.
3rd and 2. Again, it's Stafford. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
First penalty of the goddamn day.
So the pass incomplete in the
At
end
the
zone.
last
The flag
moment.
comes out for interference.
And now
Yeah,
you're set up right
dang.
on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal.
They can't win still, though, but still.
Stafford now to throw. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Oh, they finna challenge that. Oh, nah, they all got to. I don't know, they might challenge it.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
I knew they were going to review it.
Gay is on for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that drive spans 13 plays. And
I done seen some strange things that happen. But I don't know, not this time. This time, no strange things gonna happen. It's over with. I stand on that. I stamp that.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play.
And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders, and they are going to win this football game.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the
I
outside.
nailed the ball the way that
Right.
the interception should been going. I just nail the ball. I just take the knee.
Just take it, kneel, and call it a
just
day.
take the knee and get it over with.
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
All right, we made it through this one here, boy. This wasn't even nail biting. It was just kind of crazy,
Charles,
but it was a good game though.
Because
they fought and they fought and they fought back and forth. Defense was the one though.
High-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on
Look,
the
you
edge of
only
my
want to
seat
be on
after
camera.
that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
Man, defense wasn't playing, but god damn. Like I say, it was more interceptions.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
So,
You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.
As y'all see what happened, it happened.